Imagine a clock. If the history of our planet were a single day, the entirety of human existence would occupy only the final few seconds before midnight. But we are stepping out of that clock. We are moving backward through the layers of soil and stone, through the shifting of continents, until we reach a world that is both alien and deeply familiar. It is a world before the first foundations of the first cities were laid, before the first seeds were ever intentionally planted in the earth, and long before the first words were written down. Here, in the deep past, the only clock is the slow, circular transit of the sun and the long, rhythmic shifting of the seasons. Before we begin our journey across the ridge, I invite you to settle into this space with us. This is a place for slow discovery, a book to listen to while you relax, lay down, or prepare for sleep. If you find value in these ancient echoes, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. We'd love to know where in the world you are listening from and what time it is there as you step into the deep past. It is 1.5 million years ago. You are standing on the edge of the world's greatest scar, the East African Rift Valley. The sun is at its zenith, a heavy white gold disk hanging in a sky so clear and so vast it feels fragile. There is a specific kind of stillness here, a prehistoric silence. It is not the absence of life, but the presence of a vast, unhurried equilibrium. Below you, the valley floor is a tapestry of ochre, copper, and pale gold. The grasses are tall, dried by a season of intense heat into brittle threads that lean in unison whenever the air shifts. The horizon is not a border, but an invitation that stretches into infinity, blurred only by the shimmering waves of heat that rise from the basalt and volcanic glass. Take a moment to simply exist in this space. The air is thick with the scent of sun-baked minerals and the dry, sweet musk of curing vegetation. There is no hum of machinery here, no distant roar of traffic, no digital tether to a world of noise. There is only the low, persistent vibration of the earth itself. The Rift Valley is a place of transition where the crust of the world is slowly pulling apart, creating a cradle for life that is as beautiful as it is immense. The cliffs behind you are made of dark volcanic rock, layered like the pages of an ancient book, each stratum representing 1,000,000 years of fire and stone. You can see the bands of grey ash and red clay stacked in silent testimony to the passing of eons. Look at your hands. In this time, they are already the hands of a maker. The fingers are strong, the grip precise, the skin toughened by the constant daily interaction with wood, bone, and stone. Your palms are thick with protective callus, yet sensitive enough to feel the texture of a blade of grass or the sharpness of a flint flake. But more than the hands, it is the feet that define this moment in our story. You are part of a lineage of walkers. For the first time in the history of the earth, a creature has risen to its full height, eyes fixed on a horizon that never ends. There is no urgency in the journey. In the Pleistocene, time is not measured in minutes, but in the distance between water sources and the slow cooling of the earth as the sun makes its long arc. You are not running from anything, nor are you rushing toward a deadline. You are simply moving through a world that is perfectly scaled to the rhythm of your stride. Every step is a deliberate act of endurance. Your body is a masterpiece of biological engineering, fine-tuned over millions of years for this exact environment. The long legs act as efficient pendulums, moving you forward with a minimal expenditure of energy. The upright spine balances your weight perfectly over your hips, allowing your heavy head to rest easily as you scan the world. The spring-like arches of your feet absorb the impact of the earth, recycling that energy into the next stride. This is the biological miracle of bipedalism, a way of moving that allows you to see over the tall grasses and travel for distances that would exhaust any other creature on the plain. While the great cats of the valley are bound to explosive bursts of speed followed by hours of recovery, you are built for the long walk. You are the master of the miles. The heat is a physical presence, a warm, heavy weight on your shoulders, but it does not overwhelm you. Your skin, dark and bare, is designed for this. You feel the air moving across your body, cooling you through the biological miracle of sweat. It is a superpower of thermoregulation. While the lions and the leopards must hide in the shade of the thickets to stay cool, you can move through the peak of the day. You are the master of the midday heat. You are the one who persists when the rest of the world has gone quiet under the pressure of the sun. As you walk, you can feel the subtle, rhythmic shift of muscles in your calves and thighs, a steady, repeating pulse of movement that becomes a form of walking meditation. The dust rises in tiny, silent clouds from beneath your heels, coating your shins in a fine layer of red earth. The landscape is vast, almost incomprehensible in its scale. Wide savannas stretch out beneath a pale, hazy sky. To the west, the blue-grey silhouettes of volcanic peaks rise into the atmosphere, their slopes carved by ancient rains that fell long before your ancestors first stood upright. To the east, the savanna rolls away like a golden ocean, broken only by the occasional dark umbrella of an acacia tree. These trees are the sentinels of the plain, their flat tops providing a rare island of shade in a sea of blinding light. You watch the movement of the life around you with a calm, predatory clarity. In the far distance, a herd of Dinotherium, the massive ancestors of elephants with tusks that curve downward, moves across the valley floor. They move with a heavy tectonic grace, their grey hides blending into the hazy blue of the horizon. They are part of the ancient rhythm, as much a part of the geology as the rocks themselves. Closer to the ridge, a small group of Hipparion, the three-toed horses, gallops briefly through a patch of dust, their movement fluid and fast before they settle back into a slow, rhythmic grazing. You observe the details of the ground as you pass. A scatter of obsidian flakes from a previous season tells a story of a toolmaker who sat here once before, perhaps watching the same horizon as you are now. The world is a library of signs, and you read them with every step. You know the texture of the soil, where it is firm and red with iron, and where it is soft and grey with volcanic ash. You feel the difference in the way the grass brushes against your shins, sometimes soft and yielding, sometimes sharp and dry like parchment. The group moves together in a loose, comfortable line. You do not speak much. Communication is found in the tilt of a head, a gesture toward a distant bird, or the shared, synchronized pace of the walk. There is a collective intelligence in the group, a shared awareness of the environment that requires no words. You are connected to one another by the rhythm of the journey. When one walker slows, the others adjust their pace without thinking. When one spots the shimmer of life in the distance, a quiet understanding ripples through the group. This is the foundation of human connection. A shared path through a wide and indifferent world. There is a profound sense of safety in this numbers. On your own, the savannah is a place of peril. Together, you are a moving territory, a pack of endurance that few things dare to challenge in the light of day. As the midday sun begins its very slow descent, the shadows on the ridge start to stretch just a fraction. The intense white light of noon begins to soften into a pale, creamy amber, casting long, elegant lines across the valley floor. The air begins to lose its sharp, biting heat, replaced by a gentle warmth that feels like a physical embrace. You continue to walk, carried by the momentum of 1,000,000 years of ancestors. Think about the silence of this walk. It is not an empty silence, but a restorative one. There are no notifications, no demands, no expectations from a world that has not yet been built. There is only the horizon, the sun, and the next step. Your mind begins to clear, shedding the clutter of the modern world. You are becoming a part of the landscape. You are the grass, you are the stone, and you are the wind. The rhythm of your breath matches the rhythm of your feet. The ridge is high and the view is endless. Every mile you cover is a testament to the endurance of life and the persistence of your bloodline. You are moving toward the life-giving promise of the river that waits in the valley below, but you are in no hurry to arrive. The journey itself is where the peace is found. The movement is the rest. As the sun moves, we move with it, steady and sure. The first walkers in a world of wonders. The dust of the ridge rises in tiny golden clouds behind your heels, marking your place in the long unfolding story of the earth. You are home in the vastness. You are safe in the heat. You are exactly where you were always meant to be. The day is long, the world is wide, and we have many miles yet to go before the stars appear. For now, there is only the golden grass, the warm wind, and the rhythm of the walk.